You're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Green Bay Packers content, created for the fans by the fans. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know whenever we go live. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Packers_access. Go Pack Go. Enjoy the show.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on Packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. And it is officially Chalk Talk Day. Usually it's Chalk Talk Tuesday. Obviously it's Chalk Talk Saturday with the wrench being thrown into the schedule with all the Thursday night games that we're going to be playing here. I think we've got another one this week, and then we go to Sunday night football, and then I believe we go to Monday night football. So obviously the schedule is going to get a little bit out of whack, but we're going to continue in the same intervals, I guess you could say, of doing Chalk Talk, basically 2 days after the game to give us time to kind of break everything down and digest everything that happened. We're going to be covering 15 plays tonight, the top 15 plays of that big win over the Dolphins, in my opinion. You guys may notice, one or two didn't make the list. It doesn't mean they wasn't important. These are just the ones that I felt like were most important to me. And, we'll dive in and get a complete breakdown of everything. It's really cool. For the first time since we've been doing Chalk Talk now for roughly 2 years, we had over half of the plays come in the first half. So basically, we're doing 15 plays. 12 of the 15 came in the first half of the game. That's never happened. So really, really cool how that laid out. The flow of the game, just the first half was, just guns a-blazing. And then obviously the second half, it kind of tapers off. But it's going to be a lot of fun to break it. We also got our first punt as well. I don't think we've ever did a punt on Chalk Talk. Really, really cool there. So, all right, let's waste no time. Let's just get right into it. Want to give a shout-out to everybody in the chat. I see everybody filing in. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here on this glorious Saturday. Awesome slate of college football that happened today. Ohio State gets upset, obviously, by an unranked Michigan. Just a lot of good college football. Notre Dame takes care of business out in Southern California. You guys know I'm a big Notre Dame fan, so it's cool that they're in the playoffs. The college football playoff is going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really cool. And we may do some special shows around that since we're going to be kind of gearing up for draft season as soon as the season's over. So maybe we can key in on some of those playoff games, which I think it's an extra tool for pro scouts, to be honest with you. The fact that they're able to go back and go, all right, here's how these guys played under pressure. Before it was kind of the conference games and then, of course, the national title, right? But now you're going to see how they play in a playoff atmosphere. And I think that's going to be a very, very important bit of information for pro scouts as these players get ready to go to the NFL. So it's going to be a lot of fun breaking all that down, as we get into whatever. I think they got, conference week. We're going to have the conference championships, and we get right into the playoffs and 12-team playoff, multiple extra weeks of football. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll give a shout-out to Daryl in the chat. We got Eric Sutherland in here. United Bates checking in. Chris N. Deadfish, good to see you, sir. Cannonball John. Jarrell Lee. Aaron Rodgers in the house. Ron Samble. Rail in the house. Good to see all of you guys. So let's see what Rail had to say about his Buckeyes. As a Buckeye fan, Ryan Day has got to go. Defense gives up 2 field goals in a goal line touchdown due to a pick. The play, I don't know what that means, before maybe. The offense can't do anything. As far as Ryan Day, I've always kind of felt like he was overrated. He's a guy that, and you've seen former players tweeting out if that was a legit tweet. It's kind of an ugly look for Ryan Day. I think he's a good guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm sure he's a hell of a ball coach. But, when you churn out top recruiting classes after top recruiting classes and you can't get the job done, it really, really says a lot. There's a lot of other college coaches doing more with less, that's for sure. So, let's see here. Aaron Rodgers. I think Clayton and I like the same teams, Yankees, Packers, Notre Dame. That's true. That's just spot on, man. That's wild. Now you guys know that's my burner, right? You're like, how are you topping that out, Clayton, while you're doing the show? Skills. Let me tell you, it's skills. All right, let's do it. Let's get into it. Chalk Talk. Obviously, this was week 13. I'm going to kill my camera so I can kill this light for just a second. I don't go completely off the rails with blindness here during the show, but we may kick it back on here in a second. So week 13, Packers get a huge win over the Dolphins, 30-17. Turnover differential, Green Bay won that 1-0. Middle eight, Green Bay won 10-0. And if we got new viewers here, new listeners, you guys are wondering what the hell is the middle eight. Middle eight is the last 4 minutes of the first half. the first 4 minutes of the second half. Okay, it's all about grabbing control and maintaining control through the end of the game is what the middle eight's important for. Typically, a team that controls the middle eight, it increases their chances of winning the game pretty exponentially. All right. Now, turnover differential is the most important, obviously, right? Then middle eight, and then explosive plays. So Green Bay wins the turnover differential 1-0. They win the middle eight 10-0, and they win the explosive play battle 7-3. Explosives are real simple: running plays of 10 yards or more and passing plays of 20 yards or more. All right, and you're going to see a few of those in this Chalk Talk section here. So let's just get right down to it. This first play, a kickoff. How cool is this, gang? So this was the opening kickoff of the game, and obviously Keyshawn Nixon returns it for 43 yards. I know some people were going to see this play and think, yeah, but they didn't go on the score of that drive, Clayton. They didn't, but it's the invisible yards, right? The invisible yards that you pick up on this kick return that put you in a position to maximize the punt, where Daniel Whelan can punt the thing sky high. You know, there's different types of punts, right? You've got your line drive directional punts. You've got your drop punts where you're trying to put backspin on the ball and pin it inside the 5, inside the 10. And you got these what we call a sky kick, right, where you're essentially trying to get as much air under it as possible. When you're backed up at your own 20, right, and you go to punt the ball, you can't afford a sky kick because it's going to be a shorter kick. And when it's a shorter kick, you're giving them, extra yardage. They could just fair catch, and they're in a good spot, right? So the fact that this kick return happened puts them in a very, very advantageous situation, so that even though we screwed the pooch on that opening drive, Daniel Whelan can now sky that kick, and you guys seen it move in the air. We'll get to it. Let's cover this kickoff, though, here. Obviously, Keyshawn Nixon, I think, is still the best kick returner in the game. The new rule changes has thrown a little bit of a wrench into that this year, but you're going to see they're going to set up a return right. And pretty good blocking all the way down the line here. I think that was Ballantyne that got hurt there with the leg injury, but you've seen Keyshawn. Keyshawn isn't blazing fast, but the thing that Keyshawn does, there's no wasted motion, and he runs very fearless. I don't know if you noticed that or not. That's kind of how he plays defense, too. That's what makes him a good tackler at the cornerback position, which is very, very rare at times, right? But again, this is just a nice job. It's going to be caught just outside the left hash from their perspective, and he's going to take it all the way back across the grain. Good block there by Corey, and then obviously getting to the next level and picking up that extra yardage. So that's a 43-yard opening kickoff return. Guys, that set the tone for the entire day. Now, obviously, the Packers would go 3 and out. I say 3 and out. I want to say there were 5 or 6 plays. There were some penalties involved. I think Jordan missed Jaden Reed on a deep pass. But anyway, we get to this play here where it's now the first quarter, 13:40 left. This is a 4th and 14. So keep in mind, we're punting from our own 42-yard line. Now, think about that. Even with the penalty, you're in a spot where you can sky kick this, and that's exactly what Daniel Whelan does. I think I counted this. It was like 5.2 seconds. Now, I've got it in slow motion, so that's not going to appear accurate here on this live stream, but just watch the hang time on this punt by Daniel Whelan. He's going to put this thing up here and let the wind just, as Pat McAfee said on Twitter, beat him up, ball, beat him up, and that's what it does. Look at this. Look how high this is. Look how long, and then you see it just eats him up at the end, muff punt. And then obviously Robert Rochelle, who got the game ball, gets in there, sticks his nose in there, and recovers the muff punt. So that play right here, I mean, it is absolutely huge. Good protection too, right? Everybody did their job perfectly. And Daniel Whelan just put an arc on this ball, man. He is a weapon. We got to get him under contract for the field. I want him to be the punter in Green Bay for the next 10 years. And Robert Rochelle, great hustle. Obviously, you get the ball right back down there in their territory, inside the 10, as a matter of fact. So huge play there from specials. 2 plays within the first 3 minutes of the ball game were on special teams. So the next time you hear somebody slander Rich Bisaccia, point that out, okay? You can't blame him for everything and not give him credit for the good stuff, right? And that's the other thing too. Brandon McManus is kicking great, right? You know, we blame Bisaccia when the kickers weren't kicking good. We got to give him credit when Brandon McManus comes in and kicks good, right? Same thing with Daniel Whelan. Like, we got arguably the best punter in the game. Maybe Punt God Ariza might be better. There might be a handful of others, 2 or 3 others, but he's definitely top 5 in punting. So you got to give Rich Bisaccia credit there for that, for sure. So, all right, here we go. Let's get to the meat and taters now. First quarter, 12 minutes left. 3rd and go play from Miami's 3-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Jaden Reed. And here is the play call. 11 ace, Trey right, Z wing, 22 fake, X dig, F stalk. Remember that stalk? We talked about Robert Saleh putting that in. Wolf, max protect. So again, 11 ace, tray right, Z wing, 22 fake, X dig, F stalk. Wolf, max protect. Wolf is a real simple concept. It's just an out and a corner. You're attacking high-low on the outer boundary. All right, so let's go through this. First of all, the 22 fake. Again, the numbers to the right are even. The numbers to the left are odd. So the fake is going to go right here. They're going to fake a handoff, and we're going to fake it B gap right. All right, that's what we're faking to. So we're going to fake it there. We're going to play fake, 22 fake. We're going to go X dig. First of all, the Z wing that we got listed up here, Z wing, remember what we were talking about? Dontavion Wicks kind of taking Christian Watson's spot. This is a perfect example right here. With Romeo Doubs being out, Romeo would be up here for the boundary X, right? Instead, you're able to put Christian Watson up there. Romeo's out, and you're able to put Dontavion Wicks in that Z wing because he's a hell of a blocker. And again, you run the ball all day. You got him blocking in that Z, and then all of a sudden, bang, you want to throw to him. It's going to catch them off guard, right? He really did. He played really well in the run blocking game. So again, 22 fake, play action, B gap right. And this is going to be the play call, X dig. So X, scoot is Christian Watson's just going to run a dig. F stalk is really cool. So with the stalk, it's basically you're going to walk out here like you're blocking. You're stalking the cornerback like, all right, we're going to block on this 22 like it's a 22 dive. Just treat it like that. And then as soon as you get to the corner, you break off and run your route. We've seen this with Scoot a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, where he ran a wheel route. We called it stalk wheel, right? That's what Matt LaFleur talked about. And he said specifically Robert Saleh seen that on tape and said, hey, you should start implementing these stalk routes. And here it is, another game, and we're maximizing on the stalk. So what you're going to see is Jaden Reed get out here and act like he's going to block, and then he's just going to break off and run a little shallow out, right, like a quick out. And then what you're going to have over top of that, I believe it is Dontavion Wicks. It's either him or the Y. No, it's max protect, so it's definitely Wicks. He's going to run a corner route. So that's what you call wolf, okay? It's out underneath with the 1, and then over the top with the corner with the 2. With max protect, basically Tucker Kraft's going to stay in and block. Once Josh Jacobs sells the play fake, he's going to set up in here and block as well. All right, so again, 11 ace, tray right, Z wing, 22 fake, X dig, F stalk, wolf, max protect. Let's roll the tape. And watch the play fake. Watch the backers as you run the play fake. You see everybody biting. Look at it. Even this defender right here is starting to clamp, right? And now you've got an extra blocker here. Tucker Kraft's blocking. Look at Jaden Reed. This is what we're talking about with stalk. Watch his technique right here. So he's just kind of stalking him, and then bang, we're off. That gives Dontavion Wicks time to run the corner. What's crazy is you could have hit Dontavion Wicks back here in the corner as well. But as you can see, the ball is already out of Jordan Love's hands. Let's roll it back a touch. Watch the timing of Jordan here. Let's watch his mechanics and everything. Right? Set up, one little hitch, pat the ball, bang, it's out. Guys, that's not an easy throw to make. That's a long out route right there. And it could very well have been picked. I'm not going to BS y'all. When he let that ball go, I thought, oh, God, pick 6. This is going to, like it felt like that. But then you see the corner dive, and when you see defenders continuously underestimating Jordan Love's arm strength, it says a lot about it. Think back to the Tucker Kraft seam route in Jacksonville. I think it was Jacksonville. I believe that was right. I know that was at Lambeau. Whoever it was, the seam route where the defender was like, they were in a too high shell, and you could tell he was baiting Jordan. He had his eyes on him the whole time and thinking, I can pick this off. And he underestimated Jordan Love's arm strength. So just a heck of a seed right there by Jordan Love to deliver that football. Let's watch it now from the end zone cam, and you'll see the play fake and everything right here. Again, look at Dontavion Wicks setting up in the Z. That's huge. I'm telling you, it's huge to put Christian on the outside. Look at this. Look at that ball right there. That is a pretty ball. Threw it only where his receiver could get to it. Perfect timing as well. And, of course, you get the Lambeau lead. Love it. All right, so that gives the Packers a 7-0 lead. The next possession, Miami would punt. So the ball goes back to Green Bay, still up 7-0. Now the play is first quarter, 5:56 left. This is a 3rd and 3 play from their own 42-yard line, and this is Jordan Love to Tucker Kraft. You've noticed that when Jordan Love gets in a situation where he needs a play, when the game's on the line, think play or not play, he really loves dumping it off to Tucker Kraft. And this play right here is kind of a dangerous throw. We just showed you the out route that he threaded the seam, or threaded the needle, I should say. You'll notice this is more of a touch pass, but he threads the needle into double coverage right here as well. The play call is 11 empty, gun nasty, tray left, T2, dagger, wild leak, curl flat. Let's talk about what all that means real quick. 11, you're going, Clayton, it's an empty set. This isn't 11. Yeah, it is. There's your running back, all right? When we say T2, all right, Josh Jacobs is the T. He's the number 2 receiver. You always count outside in. 1, 2, right? Up here, that'd be your 1, that'd be your 2, there'd be your 3, okay? So that when we say T2, we're telling exactly where he's lined up. All right. So when we say tray left, T2, we're knowing that the T is opposite of the tray. The tray simply meaning 3 targets to the left, one of which is a tight end. That makes it tray instead of trips. All right. Now, again, 11 empty, gun nasty, tray left, T2, dagger, wild leak, curl flat. Dagger, wild leak, curl flat is your play call, okay, or your play design, I should say. So with dagger, it's a dig from the 1, all right? It's a climb it's a go from the 2, okay? We haven't called dagger out much this year, but that's one of Matt LaFleur's favorite concepts from the 2023 season is dagger. The 1 runs a dig. First of all, you run the 2 on a go to clear out, and then the 1 on a dig. If you end up in single coverage and leverage, where you could throw to the outside shoulder, even inside shoulder, depending on if there's no safety up there. You can go to the 2 on the go, but you've got the check down in the dig. So you're clearing things out. You're either taking coverage with you to hammer the dig, or you're noticing they're clamping down on the dig, and you can fire the shot play over the top on the go route. All right. Now on the other side, we have we got Y leak. So with Y leak, it's real simple. Tucker Kraft right here is just going to block. And then he's going to leak out and just run a little curl route. Okay, he's just going to sit down out here underneath. So now what Jordan's got is high-low read, a mid answer, and a short left answer. You're giving yourself a ton of options with these empty sets. On the other side, it's real simple. It's just a curl flat. Okay, so you're going to have one guy running the flat, which is, I believe it's Josh Jacobs going to run the flat, and the other is running a curl. Now, if they clamp down on the curls, guess what's open? They clamp down on the curls, you're going to have the dig wide open, right? If they clamp down on the dig in the middle of the field, you're going to have the go route open. If they play deep on the go, you're going to have that curl underneath, right? And that's exactly where we go with the football. We're going to go to Tucker Kraft right here on this curl. So let's watch the play develop. Again, 11 empty, gun nasty, tray left, T2, dagger, wild leak, curl flat. There's the leak, a little curl. That's what I mean by threading the needle. He put that in between 2 defenders, right? And it wasn't like a rocket of a throw either. Watch Jordan. Just anticipate. All right, it's not there. You see how he kind of pumped that too? He wanted to go to Christian on this curl, right? See him up in the curl flat right here. And it's all right, let's just dump it off. And you put that right there, right by the defender. And then it's off to the races with Tucker Kraft. Going to pick up some yak and pick up that first down, obviously. It's absolutely huge. So love the play call. You've got 5 options in the concept. You've got high-low reads. You've got a middle-of-the-field answer. You've got a couple underneath dink and dunks. If you want to stretch the field vertically on the field side, you've got the flat, all that. There's the pump. Notice, too, with the pump from Jordan, watch the defense this time. When he pumps, key in on these 2 guys right here. Watch all 3 of them. Watch those guys when Jordan throws his pump fake. See him move? You just took them out of the play. That's what freed up that window to hit Tucker Kraft is that pump fake. Jordan's doing some stuff, and look again how close it was. Jordan's learning some stuff as a savvy veteran that I'm telling you, man, he's playing really good football right now. Accuracy's still a little bit of an issue, but other than that, he's making great decisions and manipulating the defense for sure. If I can time this just right, I want to show you something else. Watch Tucker Kraft. This is my favorite. I cut off. He points at the end zone cam. It's awesome. If you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen it. Tucker's he's just instant entertainment every time he's on the field, man. All right, next play, first quarter, 4:35 left, 2nd and 8 at Miami's 39-yard line. This is a Josh Jacobs 11-yard run, so this is an explosive. Green Bay leads 7-0. The play call is 21 gun nasty, 308 pony, T-orbit, H-wide, 42 slice. Now let's talk about what that means. You're going, what's the 4 mean, Clayton, with the 2? We know what the 2 means, right? The 2 means B-gap, right side, because it's even. Let's go red, a little bit easier to see. B-gap, right side, because it's even. But when we go 4, if you've got a split backfield, the left back would be a 2, the right back will be a 4, okay? So in this case, Josh Jacobs is the 4. Now, when we say 308 pony, the pony package is the double sidecar. See how you got a double sidecar out of the gun? We call that the pony package when it's 2 running backs. I tend to call it pony even if it's a tight end too, although the pony package was specifically designed for Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. It feels like it was a lifetime ago, but that's what it was kind of created for, is to get those 2 guys on the field at the same time. Well, now you got Chris Brooks, who's number 30. That's the 30 part of this. And then, of course, Josh Jacobs is the 8. That's the 8. So the reason we call it 308 pony, when we say 21 gun nasty, it's 2 running backs, 1 tight end. Everybody's in a nasty split. That's a condensed set inside the numbers, right? And then 308 pony is Chris Brooks on the left, Josh Jacobs on the right. That's what 308 pony is. Now, H wide. Chris Brooks is going to be the H back. He's going to go wide and block, all right? And then it's going to be 42 slice. So we know what 42 means. B gap right, okay? But here's the deal. What's the T orbit, right? This is where Matt LaFleur is getting really creative. So the T, in this case, Josh Jacobs, is going to go orbit motion and then come back to the B gap. So he's going to go behind Jordan Love. Chris Brooks is going to kick out and cover the wide side. When we say 42 slice, we know what the 42 is. The slice is Tucker Kraft is coming across to seal the edge, and that's going to allow Zach Tom and some of these guys to block left. So again, the play is 21 gun nasty, 308 pony, T orbit, H wide, 42 slice. Check this run and play out here. Just Matt LaFleur getting so creative. When you look at this right here, you got to be thinking this kind of looks like we're running to the left, right off the bat. Looks like a lead, right? Like you might be kind of bouncing it out here. That ain't the case. Tucker's going to come across, seal the edge, and it's actually 42 slice. So there's the cutback bang. And notice how the offensive line block left with slice or split flow or split zone. It's called all those 3 things. I'm settling on slice because Bobby Peters called it that in his breakdown of the 2022 Green Bay Packers offense. So there must have been something he heard from the coaching staff that suggested they call it slice. So we'll go with slice. What you're doing is you're zone blocking one direction and you got a tight end sift blocking in the opposite. So you're getting this visualization of a zone left run, but then you've got a lead blocker going right, and the running back can choose which hole he wants to hit here. When I say 42, I'm trying to give you guys a visualization, especially on the podcast, what hole they're running into, right? But they probably wouldn't even tag this with a 42. They just tag it with split flow, and everybody's got their assignment. You set the protection, you set the blocking scheme, zone block left, split flow right, and just find a gap and run. That's exactly what Josh Jacobs does here, man. Through the hole, great run. Again, just taking what's there. And there, once again, you see Dontavion Wicks right there in the mix trying to get a block out front. This is a great view right here. Imagine from the defense's perspective here, right? Look at that, look. And then, bang, you come back. Watch Tucker is going to seal right here on number 91. Look at the double team block right here. Josh Myers finding work out front as well. And then look at Tay Wicks getting in the mix down here, right? Getting a hand on Jalen Ramsey. I believe that was him. Yeah, look at Bo Melton, too. Bo Melton finishing strong. And these receivers, dude, they're blocking their asses off. I love it. They have got – what a culture they've created in the wide receiver room in Green Bay. It's absolutely awesome. All right, next play, first quarter, 2:25 left. We're just running the ball down their throat. This is a 3rd and 4 play at Miami's 22-yard line. This is Emmanuel Wilson for 15 yards. And here is the play call. We got 11 gun dubs, Y shift to Trey left. So the Y was over here in a dub set, right? You see him tracking right here. He's tracking over and going to set up in a Trey left look, all right? And then the T is going to shift to the strong side as well. So he's going to come over here and set up. This is what I was talking about in the post-game show. This is Matt LaFleur in his bag. You come out and you show a dub set, right? And then before the ball snapped, all right, Y, you come over and set up Trey. All right, we're set now. Now Jordan's going to tell Emmanuel Wilson, you come over here to the strong side now. So you see these guys trying to communicate on defense. They're all talking like, what the hell? Okay, yeah, because that changes up their whole dynamic as far as their run gap integrity with their run defense. So it's huge that Matt LaFleur used that motion. I haven't seen him use motion like that shifting where he go. There was one play specific, and it didn't make chalk talk, and I was trying to find it on the reel, but there was 3 guys that moved. One guy shifted over, he came set. Then another guy came over, he got set. And then the T went to the opposite side, and he got set. And you could just see the defense like, I don't know where I'm at now. Remember the old ping pong trick with the solo cups? You put the ping pong ball into the cups and you spin it around, and all right, you try to guess which one it is. That's what it kind of feels like. It's like, okay, I don't even know what my assignment is at the moment. Pretty cool that Matt LaFleur broke that out. Now, the T-shift is strong. We talked about that. This is 26 duo. In my opinion, this is duo. Some may think it's zone. That's totally cool. But with duo, it's called double-double, all right? You're going to try to look to get 2 double-team blocks somewhere on the offensive line and then get vertical displacement, so it's vertical power. And I'm not saying it's these specific guys. I can't remember who does. But you're trying to get down the field, double, get to the next level, right? And with 26 duo, it's real simple, right? 2 is to the right and 6 is the outside gap. So you're trying to go outside the tackle here with this duo play. I love outside zone. It's not even zone really, but outside runs or runs that end up on the outside with duo, because when they seen those big hog mollies trying to get to the second level in the middle, and you got a back like Emmanuel Wilson who just bounces it outside, you get the whole defense pulling in, trying to take on these big 300-pound offensive linemen, and next thing you know, running backs out the back door, right? So let's watch the play. And again, this is out of that gun set. See the double-double? Notice right here, Rashid, he just helped with a double team right here, and now he's looking to get to the next level and seal right here. Now, again, the 26 duo is where Emmanuel Wilson ends up. Notice the play was kind of designed to go, to me, it looked like it was supposed to be like a 22 or a 24 run, but there's so much mass right there with that duo that, watch Emmanuel Wilson. Let's just bounce this thing outside. Ran through an arm tackle. Great play there as he picks up 15 yards and puts yourself inside the 5. You see Scoot down there throwing a block again. Let's watch it from this angle. Again, let's look for the duo call. When the ball snapped, let's see if we can pick up 2 double teams on the offensive line right here. Ball snapped. All right, you already see it. So this was a double team originally, and that's a double team. All right, double. To me, that equals duo. And then Emmanuel Wilson said, let's just pop this thing out. Boy, look at Zach Tom taking care of business. You see that? I just noticed that. First of all, at the point of attack, watch Zach Tom. We'll roll it back to the touch more. Hands on him and just puts him on his face. Look at that. I love it, dude. Love it. Emmanuel Wilson, too, man. He's a solid back. We kind of broke down the roster building this morning on the morning show. And, man, I feel good about this running back room. You really don't have to do anything. Marshawn Lloyd gets healthy. You got Emmanuel Wilson and Chris Brooks that you're going to have rights to next year. Feeling really good about it. So that would lead to a Josh Jacobs touchdown run. I didn't show it because it's just like a 1-yard run. Not that it isn't important, but we're limited on time, obviously. So the Josh Jacobs touchdown run makes it Green Bay 14-0. Miami, we get the ball. They go down and get a field goal. That makes it 14-3. So now we're going to pick up in the second quarter, 8:38 left. All right. This is a 1st and 10 play at Green Bay's 30-yard line, at their own 30, I guess you could say. Yes. And this is Jaden Reed for 23 yards on the run. I love this play because this is something we've seen them do a hard count with jet motion before. But this is the first time I can remember Matt LaFleur doing a hard count on jet motion and then zipper in that F back for the jet sweep. And I just think it's just an extra layer, much like those single player shifts, right? The Y shifting over, the T shifting over, the receiver shifting over, and then snapping the ball, rather than just one quick motion or them all moving at the same time to get set. Really, really cool. But right here, 11 ace nasty, Trey Wright, F jet, zipper give, 23 fake. So not only is it going to be a zipper jet sweep here, but it's also going to be a fake, a 23 fake, which you guys know, odd numbers to the left. So the 1 would be the A, the 3 would be the B. So we're going to fake a run into the B gap with the running back, and that's what's going to free this up. I'm going to go in blue for Jaden Reed. What you're going to see with Jaden Reed is he's going to motion over, and when he does, at this point, you're going to get a hard count, right? They're going to try to throw the defense off a touch. He's going to continue over and then get set, and then he's coming back on the jet sweep. And again, I have never seen Matt LaFleur do that with the hard count and then zipper back to a jet sweep. A lot of things are going to happen here. The fake, the 23 fake is huge, right, out of this A set. But also the run blocking is phenomenal. We'll talk about that. So let's roll it. Look for the hard count here. Watch Jordan Love, right? There. There's like this flinch. And on the TV copy, you can hear him go, hey, right? So now everybody gets settled in. Look how patient they are. Jaden Reed's set. And what I mean by patient, if you snap the ball right now, Jalen Ramsey ain't in a bad spot. He's got inside leverage to where he can attack on this jet sweep, right? But watch how they wait. And they're going to wait and let Jalen Ramsey ease out here. Once he eases out there, watch what happens. So he's going to get a little deeper, get comfortable. All right, it's going to be a passing play. Now we're bringing him back. Look how far away he is. Look at that, how far away he is. There's no way he's going to get in there and make that play, right, across the field. So watch the 23 fake right there. Look at the defensive line. Look at these guys. He's still got eyes in the backfield. He's got eyes in the backfield, eyes in the backfield, eyes in the backfield. I mean, this is the guys on this side. Jalen Ramsey knows because that's his guy. This dude just figured out. Look how he's trying to break down. He's already completely washed out of the play, though. He's done. So now let's do a hat count real quick. You got 1, 2, 3, right? Versus 1, 2, 3. A hat on a hat. Now, Jalen Ramsey's going to arrive a little bit later, and that's okay. Watch Tucker Kraft. You'll be able to see it from the end zone cam a lot better. Look at him get out there and get on a block. Look at Dontavion Wicks getting out there on a block. Bang. Look at how that sets up. And there's many people on Twitter saying, man, if he just hits this hole wide open, he's got 6. Possibly. You know, I know why he was looking to cut it back, though, because the hats did catch up right there. So now it's all right, let's just cut it back across. Tucker Kraft dirts his guy. Dontavion Wicks is taking his to the water cooler. And then, of course, Jaden Reed cutting back upfield and picking up some extra yardage. So we'll watch it now from the end zone cam. This is a beautiful shot right here, man. Absolutely awesome. All right, so again, watch for the 23 fake and watch these defensive linemen bite. There's the hard count. Now we're going to come back, let Jalen Ramsey settle in. And here comes the jet sweep. Bang. There's the give. Now right here, if those guys didn't have eyes on Jaden Reed completely, this looks like 23. This guy's getting out here, right, trying to hit his outside gap. Everybody's attacking on the way. This guy's worried about the run to the left. That 23 fake helps a lot, man. And now this guy, like I said, he's completely cooked. Completely cooked. And here, watch. This is the best part. Watch Tucker Kraft. Let's go slow motion. I know we hit on this morning, but watch. Watch Tucker Kraft. Throws this guy out the club, right? Jaden Reed jukes this dude out of his jock, right? Dontavion Wicks got a hat on a hat there, taking his guy to the water cooler. Mike McDaniel, if that's him, he's colder than a well digger's ass, right? And then watch our boy right here run through this arm tackle of Jalen Ramsey. He didn't want none of that. And Tucker getting in the way of 3 more guys. Like, think about that. Think about that. Look at Tucker. He throws his guy on the ground and then still gets in the way of 3 other guys. Tucker's the man. I'm just telling you. Christian Watson out there looking for work. Let's go. Let's go. Someone else said that too, that if Jaden Reed cuts it upfield right now, he's probably gone, or at least kind of angled this way. I love that Scoot was thinking ahead. Look how Scoot's getting this angle to seal that off, right? That's a hustle play by Christian Watson. Unfortunately, Jaden Reed runs right into him, so I can see that. But, man, just a great run. Again, another explosive run there on the ground for the Packers. I think they have more explosives on the ground than they did in the air in that game. And it's really wild, too, because I think that's right. Because, they didn't have many rushing yards. But what's crazy is, like, Emmanuel Wilson had an explosive. Chris Brooks had an explosive. Josh Jacobs had a couple, I think, even though he didn't have many rushing yards. But just a good job sticking with it, no doubt. All right, so let's go to the next play, second quarter. Well, first of all, I usually don't show plays like that with that Jaden Reed run that didn't have an impact on the game other than just invisible yardage, but we ended up punting after that. I just wanted to show that Matt LaFleur broke a new wrinkle out. I also wanted to show Dontavion Wicks and Tucker Kraft doing a heck of a job blocking. So Green Bay would actually punt, and now it's second quarter, 4:21 left, and this is Miami Dolphins ball. It's a 2nd and 6 play from their own 29-yard line, and this is LVN's sack. So LVN, if you guys will remember, he is up here. All right, so you want to key in there. I love that we got these wide splits in terms of where the defensive line is lining up. What the call is nickel 4-2-5. I think this is cover 3 match, and the reason being, when we say cover 3, first of all, he's going to be deep third. He's going to be deep third, and you'll notice the safety creeping in the box. He kind of goes curl flat, so that would say that it's sky. So this would be cover 3 sky. But the reason I'm saying match is because if you'll notice McDuffie here in a second, he picks up on the 1 or the 2 on this side of the line, and McDuffie gets eyes on him, and he goes vertical. So could it just be, whatever it would be in this case, McDuffie would be, I believe, let me see here. He would be the will. Could it have been a will match call or a will vert call, right? Like a 58 vert is what I said here, just saying that he went vertical. So when I say cover 3 match, it definitely wasn't man across the board. It was definitely a zone defense. I'm just thinking that the call might have had Isaiah McDuffie cover him vertically, because watch him look. He's going to snap his head to the left. And this is what we mean by take your eye off the ball. It's an LVN sack, and I'm telling you to look at the linebacker that didn't even make the play, but just learning how everything kind of operates. So now you got 3 receivers over there. If the 2 or the 3 goes vert, watch McDuffie. Right there, flips his hips, and he's getting vertical. And if he doesn't do that, and 2 is able to get rid of that ball, you see McKinney clamps down. That's what makes me think. The fact that McKinney clamped down and left all this open out here, and McDuffie flips his hips, there had to be something to the 3 that was matched there. All right, that makes sense. So again, if we go back, watch it. Now you know what the call is. It's cover 3 zone. Kenny shedding, and he's just kind of lagging back, and LVN just continuing to battle. Great hustle play there, man. Great play. I love the way he lets Carl Brooks wash the lineman out of the way, and it wasn't really like a true TE stunt, but it kind of played out that way. You'll see it here from the end zone cam. Really, really cool look. So now that we got the coverage down, focus on these 2 guys right here. All right. So LVN busts outside, right? Now watch Carl works inside a bit. I don't think it was meant to work like that, but LVN just having the awareness. And Gary's really the one who flushes the pocket here too. Look at Gary with the bull rush on the left. See how he flushes the pocket. I guarantee you that was a pressure. It should be a pressure. He's the reason that Tua had to flush the pocket, right? And then LVN just being aware. One positive of LVN, he's not going to be caught off guard not using his eyes. I love that. He's always got his eyes in the backfield, paying attention to what's going on. He's not going to give you the TJ Watt spin move and the Dwight Freeney spin move and all these, 6 different moves in his arsenal. But what you're noticing with LVN is he plays pretty darn smart. So excited to see him grow. And again, it makes sense why we got rid of Preston Smith. He's a progress stopper, right? You got these guys that you want to get in the lineup. It makes sense now. All right, second quarter. So this is the very next play, guys. So you had that sack on 2nd and 6, and then the very next play, we're in the middle 8 now. Remember, we were talking how we win the middle 8. We're in the middle 8 now. This is officially, there's 3:37 left in the second quarter. It's a 3rd and 8 play from their own 27. Now you're going to get a J.J. Enagbare sack. Now, what's the call? To the best of my knowledge, nickel, 4-2-5, double mug, cover 2, invert, 29 seam. No, I said 29 seam for this reason. Check this out. With invert, typically when you're cover 2, the safeties will cover deep half, right? In this case, with an invert, the corners got deep half. This corner's got deep half, and you kind of go from the outside and pinch in. So you're covering deep half in zone, right? Now, sometimes when we do that, we get a mock that drops down the seam, and we call that Tampa 2. Well, in this case, McKinney's playing up right here, right? But if you'll notice, McKinney doesn't play that true hook curl. What he does is he fades back and kind of covers in between. So it's not like he's playing shallow. He's definitely not playing deep third. I think he had some kind of match principle here where if the 3 or the 2 goes vert, he then goes vert, is what it felt like. That was an interesting call to me. I seen that and was like, it's almost like you're running Tampa 2 with the safety in the box, but you're doing it from an inverted cover 2, if that makes sense. And again, you got all these guys mugging at the line, right? But what they're going to do is they're actually going to drop out. So when we say cover 2, what's going to happen is all these guys, those 2 muggers are going to drop underneath. I'm thinking he just kind of fades here and plays underneath, kind of in the curl flat area. So you got all these guys playing under, right? And you're only bringing 4, if I remember correctly. Let's watch the rush now. So watch the mock backers bail. Keep an eye on McKinney again. I really want you guys to key in on this on the all 22. Watch McKinney on this play. This is really creative by Hafley. So everybody fades out, right? And again, you see the invert too, and you know that because Carrington Valentine flips his hips, Keyshawn Nixon flips his hips. They're going deep half, right? And they're going to pinch it in as they go. They're going to start on the outside and kind of pinch it in to make sure you can cover half the field. Start outside and pinch it in, right? And then watch McKinney. It's like these guys are in the underneath coverage, right? The hook curls. McKinney ain't playing that. So it's like he's playing a deep third. That's why I said 29 seam. It's like he's patrolling the seam. Watch him. You see how he flips his hips? He's prepared. If this guy right here attacks the seam, McKinney was going to take him. Some people would just call that a mid-read, right? Maybe that's the best way to read it. 29 mid-read would be the call. But really cool. Now we'll get to the the end zone cam and show you the actual sack. I just want to highlight, again, pressure pick, coverage sacks. Most of the time, more times than not, when you get a sack, it's because the coverage was solid. On that play, it was the coverage being solid, but also Enigbare beating his guy. So with Enigbare, I believe he's over here to the right. So he's right defensive end opposite Rashawn Gary at left. That mug in the middle is really going to isolate the center, okay? So he's ready for the snap. Now they drop. Now look at the center. Who's he blocking, right? He's going to pick that up. Now, look at Gary, drive. Enigbare just absolutely annihilates the left tackle. Watch him just burst around. Like there's no shot. No shot at all. So that mug, either Tua or the center made a mistake setting the protection wrong, or Enigbare was just too fast for the left tackle. But just a free run at the quarterback, and you see Gary right there too, right there in on the play. Get you a cheap shot in if you can. You know what I'm saying? So Enigbare, man, great first step. Some would watch that sack and go, he didn't do anything special. He just speed off the edge, and the tackle will slow off the get. You could say that. I can respect that. But nonetheless, man, it's a sack. These guys showed up, no doubt about it. All right, so now it's second quarter. We're still in the middle eight, 2:25 left. This is how you're going to win the middle eight. 2nd and 2 from your own 46. This is Chris Brooks with an 18-yard run. Once again, we're in the pony. 21 gun, 308 pony. X nasty, Y flex, T orbit, fake swing, H zone right. Okay, so this is a true zone right run. You're going to see the offensive lineman block down hard to the right. They're going to zone block. They're going to try to get this whole defensive lineman moving to the right to try to create a cutback lane. All right. So a zone right, it's just kind of pick a hole and go, right? So we're going to go T orbit. So once again, remember earlier we did the T orbit and we did this and ran the ball with Josh Jacobs. This time we're going T orbit, similar look, and we're going to fake a swing setup, all right, like a swing pass. And then what's going to happen is everybody, like I said, is blocking zone right. Everybody blocking across right. Fake swing, it's going to be H zone right. So you're actually going to give it to number 30, Chris Brooks here on the zone right run. So again, 21 gun, 308 pony, X nasty. Again, X is in a nasty split up here. You know it's actually, I got that wrong. That would be Z nasty, would it not? Let's see here. Where's the tight end? Nope. There's your tight end right there. There's Tucker. So yeah, it'd be strong left. So it'd be X nasty. So once again, you're seeing they're putting Scoot at the boundary X when Romeo Doubs isn't in the lineup. That's really interesting. Really interesting. So yeah, 21 gun, 308 pony, X nasty, Y flex. The Y flex means Tucker is out here. Okay. T orbit, we explained that. He's going to orbit motion over, fake the swing pass. And we're going to give it to Chris Brooks. Zone right. Let's roll the tape. All right, so there you see the orbit going behind Jordan. You see how he's kind of faking the swing. These guys are setting up like they're going to block for the swing pass. You know what? If you throw that swing pass, I like your chances there. Josh Jacobs out here with Tucker Kraft as a lead blocker. Let's go. But off the opposite side, watch the H. Christian does a great job. Look at Christian selling this route. He's got Ramsey completely out of the play. And then Chris Brooks just going to cut that thing back on the zone. Running through arm tackles. Another explosive play on the ground. Great job. Look at Christian up there blocking Jalen Ramsey. Let's go. Christian Watson, dude. Love that guy. Love it, love it, love it. 18-yard run by Chris Brooks. Let's watch it now from the end zone cam. So watch the chaos that ensues when you put Josh Jacobs in that pony again. Or not the pony, but I'm sorry, the T orbit. So you see the T orbit. Look at the backers. See them already shifting over. Now we're going to observe. And look at the blocking. That's what we mean by zone right. This play started on the hash, right? And look, the left tackle is a yard past the hash. So that's what we mean by zone, right? He's blocking strictly zone, run through the arm tackle. Listen, that's a big boy that Chris Brooks ran through, too. That's number 91. Like that's probably a 280-pound defensive end. And he just runs right through that tackle like it ain't nothing. Now you'll see Christian Watson getting his work in down here with Jalen Ramsey. Love it. Great play, man. Run blocking's coming along nice, man. I know PFF disagrees, but when you see stuff like this, it's like, man, just a great job. All right, next play, at the 2-minute warning. So it's second quarter, 2 minutes left. 1st and 15 at Miami's 41-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Christian Watson for 21 yards. Green Bay's leading 14-3 at the moment. We're right in the thick of the middle eight. The play call is 21 gun, 8:30 pony. So now what we're going to do is put Josh Jacobs left, number 30, Chris Brooks right. That's why it's 8:30 pony. So you're changing it up a touch, right? Now they're looking at it going, okay, if he gives it to Josh Jacobs, it may be out this side. So we got to really shade to that side. Look at their hat count over here, right? Typically, whatever side you're in the sidecar in, the run is typically going to go across the quarterback's face. So that's why the defense likes to shade to that side. 21 gun, 8:30 pony, strong left, Z nasty up and out, Y leak, X dig, T swing, H shoot. All right, let's see if we can figure out what all that means. Z nasty up and out, your Z, you got to identify your Z. Your X is where you start. X is on the line of scrimmage, opposite the tight end. So here is your X. In this case, Christian Watson is your Z. All right, so there is your Z receiver. What he's going to run as the Z, it looks like an up and out to me, like he's going to try to get up here, run up, and then come out, right, is what it looks like he's going to try to sell an up and then break off the out. I'm wondering if he just got jammed and it slowed down his process of running the out, but he's going to end up in that direction, right? Sometimes you get an out and up where they'll come, or a stick nod, right? With the out and up, though, you'll run an out route and then turn it right back upfield and go, right? We'll call it, an out and up. In this case, it's kind of an up and out. It's like he shifts over, like he's going to run an out, then go up, and then he comes back to the out. It's almost like a double or a triple move. With the Y leak, it's just going to be a curl. So Tucker Kraft is going to block, and he's going to leak out and run a little curl route. The X is going to run a dig. All right, so he's going to give you a deep dig out here. It might actually have been shallower. It might have been more right in there. And typically those are choice routes as well. It just depends on what kind of technique the DBs are using on them. And then the T swing is going to be underneath here. You got to check down if you need it. And then the shoot route, you notice the swing, how it's almost like a bubble, right? It goes away from the line of scrimmage and then fades back in. With a shoot route, you just run diagonally to the sideline. That's a shoot, okay? So, again, 21 gun, 8:30 pony, strong left, Z nasty up and out, Y leak, X dig, T swing, H shoot. And this is going to be love to Watson down here in the Z. Watch Watson's route and see if you can figure out what it is. That's what I was talking about. It's a little bit unique, a little bit different. And I don't know if it's just a sloppy route or if he meant to do it. So watch right here. He's going to kind of, and now we're going out. You know what I mean? I think it was just sloppy, to be honest with you. But the ball's out. Look where the ball – I'm pretty sure this is the ball right here. Look how far that ball's already out. You're talking about throwing a guy open, man. It was, yeah. And, again, they called pass interference on the DB. When you look at it from this angle, it kind of looks like Christian Watson does it. But from the back angle that we don't have, the guy grabs him. I mean, he's trying to tackle Christian Watson. Christian Watson's got the right to run the route, right? You can't just grab him. It just so happens he wasn't man enough to hold on, and Christian Watson puts it on his ass. So, and again, great throw, great anticipation by Jordan Love. Let's roll it back. Just key in on Jordan this time. Look at where Christian is when he throws this ball, guys. He's continuing to drop, right? Now we're going to throw there. He throws it right now, and look at Christian Watson. Back turned completely to the ball. And Jordan knows where he's going to be. These guys are developing chemistry, man. There's no two ways about it. Beautiful throw. Got the pass interference call. Didn't even need it. First down. Let's watch the protection this time because it felt like Jordan got to his third read on this play. See if we can figure out what read Jordan's on. Usually during the drop, you're going through your first read. All right. Ball snap. 1, 2. Now we're going 3. Turn that thing loose, nose down. Man, what a ball. Love it. First down. All right, next play. Closing in on halftime, 1:36 left in the second quarter. This is a 3rd and 2 play. This is Jordan Love to Jaden Reed for 12 yards. This is probably my favorite play of the game. It's 11 gun, nub right, T-same, 22 RPO flat, in my opinion. This was an RPO, all right? So when we roll this guy over, we're going to bring the F over in motion. They're going to set up in what we call nub right. Nub is real simple. The tight end attach is the only thing on that side of the line of scrimmage. What that tells you when you have an 11 personnel is it's trips left. So rather than saying trips left, nub right, when you say nub right, you know it's got to be trips left if you're in 11 personnel. If it's 21 to 12, obviously that changes, and you got to increase the terminology a little bit. T same. The T is on the same side as the tight end on the strong side. And 22 RPO flat, real simple here. So with 22 RPO flat, it's going to be A gap right, So it's just going to be kind of almost like a draw play, really. You snap the ball, hand it off. He's just going to run straight ahead. In this case, he's not going across the formation like you typically do out of a gun sidecar. But with the RPO, it's going to be flat. And I put 3 because to specify this flat is going to Jaden Reed. So what's going to happen is on this side of the line of scrimmage, it's real simple. Christian Watson's got to be patient. He's got to wait until Jaden Reed catches this ball, or else it's offensive pass interference. So I want you to watch how patient Christian Watson is on this block. He waits till the absolute last second to block his guy. You're going to see Dontavion Wicks get out here, wash his guy out, and he's going to walk him all the way over to the sideline. Jaden Reed is just running a flat route right here, okay? So, again, with Jordan Love, you see where his head is? He's looking right here. He's going, all right, what's the hat count look like? Let's do this. Now that we know it's going to the flat in the 3, he's looking over and going, okay, 1, 2, 3. If this guy's blitzing or he doesn't get quick leverage outside, we've got a hat on a hat with the blocking and nobody on Jaden Reed who's going to get the football. So let's say that this defender right here was actually lined up here. If that was the case, you probably just run the 22. But the RPO tag gives you the freedom that, hey, they're lining up on that side of the line of scrimmage. They're heavy over there. We don't have the hat count on the right. Let's go to the RPO flat, and that's what we do here. So Jordan kind of reads it all out. Let's watch that edge defender, see what he does. Does he get leverage outside? He does not. See how he stands straight up? Jordan sees it right now. He's like, oh, this is like taking Mountain Dew from a baby. Hat on a hat, right? Now watch Christian. Patience. Look, he still hasn't touched him. You got to wait till he catches the ball. Now he touches it. Now Christian's in on it. Bang. And look at our boy Dontavion Wicks. Dontavion Wicks dropped that pass, but I'm telling you, he had far, far, far more better plays than he had bad plays in that game. Like, that drop was bad, but he caught the next 3 balls thrown to him, and he blocked his ass off all day long. Look at that block right there. And this is the best part. I'm going to slow it down. Watch Dontavion Wicks here. Look how excited he is for his teammate to score this touchdown. Watch him. He's fired up. Same thing with Christian. Scoot was just absolutely fired up. It's just a beautiful play call, beautiful execution, unselfish football from the receivers. Again, look at this hat count. When you bring that F over and nobody goes with him, notice how none of these guys went with the F, right? So now Jordan's going, okay, 22's off the table. This is off the table right here because look at the hats. If we draw a line, right here, okay, what's our hat count? You could probably count him, to be honest with you. Let's count him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the hat count, right? How many good guys do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the running back. So they're +1 hat count. Jordan Love's dissecting that right now, and now his read becomes real simple. Unless this guy bails completely out to cover the flat, we're throwing that RPO flat. It's a great look right here. That shows you the hat count, what we're talking about. Ball snap, no hesitation. See how he starts to? All right, let's do it. Dump it. Look at Christian. Wait until he's got the ball. Bang. Look at Dontavion Wicks setting up the block. Drive. Just enough. And he's fired up, man. God, it's awesome. What a play. Guys, we're still in the first half. Isn't that wild? We've been going for 53 minutes, and we're still in the first half. That's never happened to me with doing Chalk Talk. So that would lead to a Green Bay field goal, right? Actually, yeah, that touchdown makes it now, what would that be, 21-3 Green Bay. Green Bay would end up kicking a field goal to make it 24-3. Miami would punt, and then Green Bay, still leading 24-3, and that's where we pick up. Now we're in the third quarter, 11:30 left, 3rd and 6 play from our own 26, and this is the shot play to Christian Watson. When you seen Christian playing boundary X all day and just X in general, you knew there was a shot play coming. It's just a matter of freaking time. You get these shot plays last year a lot to Romeo Dobbs. You haven't gotten as many this year to Rome, but Christian Watson is made for this right here. He really is. So the play call here with this 46-yard pass from Love to Watson is 11 gun, tray left, T weak, Z cheat stack, switch, slot cross, Y leak, X go, T circle. Again, 11 gun, tray left, T weak, Z cheat stack, switch, slot cross, Y leak, X go, T circle is the play call. Now let's set it up here because we're going to get a cheat, I believe. Let's see. Here comes the cheat. So what's going to happen here is the Z is going to cheat inside to where it's kind of a stack look. So he's going to line up right behind or close to this receiver right here. Now you're going to get the snap. And what we're doing is switch. With a switch release, anytime we say switch on a passing concept, it simply means a player that starts on this side at the snap is going on the opposite side of that receiver and the opposite side of that receiver. That makes sense? So the way this is going to work is Z-cheat stack, switch slot cross. So with slot cross, you guys know we're going to get one receiver that's going to run a dig. The other is going to run the climb route. Okay, that's slot cross. Y leak is going to be a shoot route. So Tucker's going to get a hat on a hat here, block, and he's going to run that shoot route that we talked about, just a straight diagonal shot to the sideline. X go is real simple. Christian's just going to work the outside shoulder and get up the sideline on a go route. And then, of course, you got the T circle, which he's going to come out here and kind of work back in as a check down if you need it. So notice what you got here, the different levels that you can attack the defense with this specific play design, right? You can attack in the flat over here. You're going to have basically two windows here coming out of the break on the dig, and then the second window on the dig, going into the break on the cross, coming out of the break on the cross. You could probably go back shoulder if you wanted to, if you got too much of a press man look, or you can go over the top. These are all the windows that Jordan Love has got to decide, am I throwing the football? And then, of course, if all that fails, you got the circle route underneath that should be an isolation play if everything's covered down the field, right? You got options everywhere. Again, though, this is going to go to Christian Watson up top. Look at Jordan looking. He's looking left right now. Now, notice the safety. He's reading Jordan's eyes right now, and Jordan's got his eyes on him. Notice how he's cheating to the middle. He's fanning towards the middle, right? Right here. See him? Jordan holding him. Now, look, because Jordan used his eyes, look where this safety is. He's cooked. There's no way he's going to make that play over there. This, to me, looks like it was supposed to be some kind of cover 2 man or something, or a cover 2, maybe a cover 6, right? Maybe 4 on this side, and then a cover 2 on that side with some kind of match principle here. But Scoot right now, they're even. The old saying, if we're even, I'm leaving. Watch Scoot. And this is what I like. Scoot throttles down right here. He sees the ball, throttles down, and then bursts at the end to make the play. It's a great job. Like, he's learning the savvy little things to being a solid wide receiver in the NFL, man. It's a lot of fun to watch him develop. We showed, 3 plays of Christian Watson blocking for the running game, and now we're showing you him go deep. We showed you a play where he connected on that up and out, on the out route deep, anticipation, timing throw from Jordan Love. Starting to put it together, man. It's a great look right here. Look how comfortable Jordan is in the pocket, man. Stepping up. It's almost like he felt that pressure and is able to step up, right? Rashid, hey, we'll give you that. We know he's going to step up in the pocket. And this throw right here, man, you cannot throw it any better. Look at that. That's freaking beautiful. If we go back now, watch Christian, what I'm talking about, as he comes into the frame here, right? See how they're kind of even? Now he's just going to burst the last second right there. Separation, make the grab. If that ball is a little higher at 6, don't get me wrong, but I love how Christian bodied that corner, hesitated, and gave himself an opportunity to make a play and take the corner out of the play by just strictly manipulating the speed in which he was attacking the corner. All right, so that was the 46-yarder. That would lead to a Green Bay field goal. That makes it now Green Bay 27, Miami 3. Miami would go down, score a touchdown. That would make it 27-11. They connected on the 2-point conversion as well. That made it 11 points. So then Miami had a second and goal play, right, from the 1. Rashawn Gary, run stuff. Miami 3rd and goal from the 1. Keyshawn Nixon, pass breakup. This is that goal line stand, right? So Gary with the run stuff, then Keyshawn Nixon with the pass breakup, right? And now here we are, 4th quarter, 9:39 left. This is a 4th and goal play from the 1-yard line, and our boy Quay Walker is going to get a sack right here. To me, it just looks like goal line cover 0, green dog Mike. The Mike is Quay. What green dog means is your man coverage on the running back. Green dog is real simple. If the running back goes out in the route, you've got him in man coverage, okay? If the running back stays in, you got free dibs to rush the quarterback. Run through the running back to the quarterback if he's blocking, all right? Watch Quay. That's what we're talking about with hesitation. Look at my man put his mouthpiece in. He knows what's up. This is about to go down. So watch him right here. The motion doesn't bother him. That's, it's cover 0 man. McKinney's taking his guy. Right here, it's green dog. He's looking to cover the running back, right? The running back doesn't go out, so watch Quay. Let's fire. Nails the running back on the way and gets the sack. Just a phenomenal job, man. And again, I want you to key in on this time, though. You see TJ Slayton holding his hand up. Watch TJ Slayton this time. We'll go to the end zone cam too. But now just key in on TJ Slayton. Look at the big boy right here. All right. Watch the carnage he creates. Look at that. Just running right through the guard, pushes him into the running back. He's the one who disrupts the play where Tua has to tuck it down. And he is not expecting Quay to be there on that green dog. So TJ Slayton made that play work, right? Quay Walker, great play. Don't get me wrong. Both of them, great play. I'm just saying TJ Slayton probably hasn't gotten any love for that, and it was a phenomenal job. Here's a great look as we get to the end zone cam now. Let's speed it up just a touch. Watch how quick Slayton is off the ball here. Look at that, just driving that guard, working him. I'm of the opinion, man, I know TJ Slayton's set to be a free agent. You might want to go give him a little bit of money. You guys know, as IROC was giving me a hard time this morning on the show, I'm cheap, right? I am cheap. But TJ Slayton, man, he's got one of the highest pressure percentage amongst our defensive linemen on the entire team. This is a pressure. This is a perfect example. Not showing up in the sack column, right? Not showing up, no stats on this play, but he's the one who blows the play up. Look at this right there. Getting held too. Nobody said a thing about that, did they? But look at him. He actually gets a hand on Tua, and then, of course, Quay finishes the play. Great job, man. Great job. So, TJ Slayton, man, keep an eye on him. Again, he continues to pressure the quarterback. We may hit on that tomorrow morning. Let me make a note right now, as a matter of fact. We're going to team rankings update. Let me put TJ Slayton pressures. Let's go and look at all of his pressures this year. That'd be fun to break down. Because, again, he's set to be a free agent. You'll probably let him test the market, but be willing to give him something. You know, if another team offers him, hey, we'll give you a 2-year deal worth $2.5 million, give him 2.8 with an extra $300,000 in guaranteed, right? And get him back in the house. This isn't just one play. Again, he's, like I said, I think he had a higher pressure percentage than both Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt, believe it or not, unless the stats have changed dramatically the last couple games. So, final play we're going to break down, gang. Fourth quarter, 8:02, 1st and 10 play from their own 32-yard line. This is Love to Josh Jacobs. Boy, this was a fun one to watch. Green Bay's leading 27-11. Listen, it ain't quite over. 8 minutes left. What's the difference in that score right there? Help me do the math. That'd be 9. What would that be? 16 points, I believe. So, Miami stops them, goes down, scores, gets a 2-point conversion. It's a 1-score game, right? But this play right here happened. It kind of did put it away, to be honest with you. It really took the wind out of their sails. But here's the play call. 11 ace nasty, Trey Wright, F cheat, the dub stack, 23 fake stop. It's going to be a shoot curl. F wheel crossers, Y leak. Some would call this mesh. I've always been taught that mesh is shallow crosses. These are mid crossers. So I've always heard shallow if they're intersecting. Let me draw it on the screen. What am I doing using my hands here like a moron? If it was mesh, we always called this mesh, right? What they do on this play is they're going to run it deeper, mid crossers. So underneath, we would call mesh. This we call crossers. All right. That's just the way we call it. If it was deep, we'd call it crossers too. But to me, that differentiates between shallow crosses and mid to deep crossers. So again, 11 ace nasty. You guys know what all that means. It's 3 wide receiver set. We're going Trey right. That's 3 targets to the right with the tight end. We're going to F cheat to dub stack. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from a Trey right look. There's the F. In this case, it's Bo Melton. That's kind of cool. And he's going to set up in a stack, right? So you're going to snap it as he's running, but see how they're kind of semi-stacked. 2 on this side. Condensed set still, even with the F cheat. So we're going to go 23 fake, right? That's to the left. So that's B gap left. So he is going to fake a handoff, 23 fake, and then he's going to go shoot, curl. All right, so we're going to fake it, and what he's going to do is go shoot, and he's going to settle in right here. So it's like a shoot stop, essentially. When I say 23 fake stop, it's actually a shoot curl. We're going to go F wheel. So the F, full sprint, Bo Melton with all that speed. He's going to run a wheel route up the sideline. All right, and then we got crossers, which we just talked about, are going to be double crossers here, like this. All right. And then you got the Y leak, which is a shoot route. So Tucker's going to block and then shoot diagonally. to the sideline. All right. So again, that's 11 ace nasty, Trey Wright, F cheat the dub stack, 23 fake stop, F wheel crossers, Y leak, going to be a shoot route there. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to hit Josh Jacobs. Watch Josh Jacobs on this play right here. It doesn't really clear out for him too much, but you see the shoot, and he's just going to stop, right? So he's settling in there. So you see leverage over the top, leverage over the top, leverage over the top of these crossers, right? You know what? Rather than try to force it to one of your guys on these crossers, you could probably try to hit this window right here, right? But why risk it? You've got a 2-score lead. It's what we're talking about, Jordan making better decisions. You've got a 2-score lead, right? You're up by 16 points roughly. I think it was 16. Why put the ball in harm's way? Check this thing down. This is a 1st and 10 pass. Why take that shot down the field? Just take what the defense is giving you. He's learning. I'm telling you, man, he's getting better. Now, the other thing I want you to watch here, watch Jordan's pocket awareness. Watch him navigate this pressure coming from Rasheed Walker's side. Look at this. Drops back, feels the pressure, step up, slide left, create a throwing lane, dump it. Right here, listen, boys, he should be tackled. Look at all these bodies right here, right? He's cutting inside. He's got a guy trailing, and he's got 2 defenders. Watch him stick his foot in the ground, and bang, we're out the back door. He made number 11 look absolutely silly, man. And then another missed tackle there that's going to pick up, what is that? 5, 10, another 15 yards on the second missed tackle. The second forced missed tackle, I should say. Josh Jacobs is so damn good at the football, man. Just a great look here. You see Jordan's calling out 20s to Mike for the protection. Get the F in motion. That's going to be your wheel route. 23 fake. Shoot it out. Sit down. Look at Jordan. Feels the pressure. Navigates it, slides left, throwing window. Here it comes. Whoop. Oh, my God. It's so good. Let's see if we can just get that on loop for a few minutes and enjoy it. You want to? Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Oh, it's so nasty. Absolutely filthy. Man. And then, of course, right here, the other missed tackle. Look at Jaden Reed getting out there finding work. Josh Jacobs setting it up perfect. And then lowering the boom, picking up some even more yards. Another 7 yards after he got contacted right there. Just a phenomenal job, man. What a fun game to break down. So that was obviously an explosive passing play. Now, on the stat sheet, we look at it, right? It looks like Josh Jacobs had an off night, right? They shut him down the run. He mentioned that in the post game, right? Yeah, they really loaded the box. They shut me down in the running game, but I was able to make a play in the pass. It's just awesome that, hey, look, they're shutting the run down. They know we're in our 4-minute offense with a 16-point lead at the end of the game. Why not run a little 23 fake and still get the ball to Josh Jacobs beyond that box, right? Just a great job by Matt LaFleur, man. Done absolutely awesome. So, sorry I neglected the chat here, guys. Obviously, it's hard to focus on the chat when you're doing the Chalk Talk. I see everybody in here. It's lit up. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you would hit that like button for us, we appreciate that. That's pretty much it, man. Packers beat the Dolphins 30-17. Again, the key statistics: Green Bay wins the turnover differential 1-0, won the middle 8 10-0, and won the explosive battle 7-3. To the best of my knowledge, the Miami Dolphins only had 3 explosive plays. Tip your cap to Mr. Jeff Hafley. Hell of a game plan, man. Can't wait to look at the team rankings in the morning to kind of see, all right, where's this defense at now? Because I kind of feel like we probably climbed up a touch, right? And also we had a turnover. I guess that would count. Won't count for the defense. It was special team, but still it goes toward the team turnover differential, right? That's the turnover you won too. And that's the thing we can't. Where did we start at? The opening kickoff return from Keyshawn Nixon, 43 yards, special teams play. We completely screwed the pooch on that opening drive with mental mistakes and inaccuracy from Love. What happens? Daniel Whelan saves the day, punts that thing to the freaking moon. It hung up there for what felt like 30 seconds. Wind grabs a hold of it, and that cold wind hitting the cheeks, not those cheeks, the face cheeks of the returner. And Robert Rochelle, man, making a play, sticking his nose in there and recovering that fumble. From that point forward, the Packers had the momentum the entire game. They navigated the middle late absolutely perfect. You get enough of a lead, too, that forces the Dolphins to be overly aggressive during the middle late. When they could have kicked the field goal, they decided, hey, let's go for it. All that plays right in your hands, man. Just a great game, man. Great job. So, guys, appreciate y'all hanging out with us. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and run. No reason to take it any longer. We'll be back in the morning for Good Morning Lambeau. We'll start at 8:30 Central Time. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the new team rankings and see exactly where we're sitting on offense and defense. We'll also take a look at where the Detroit Lions are ranking in all those key categories, right? Key statistics. We'll also take a second and look at TJ Slaton's pressure rate. I may have blown it up too much, but I do remember he has a higher pressure percentage than pretty much every other interior defensive lineman on the team. So let's take a few minutes and hit on all of his pressures this year, right? It might be 10 plays, might be 12. We'll do it rapid fire, go to the end zone cam and see what 93 is doing. And who knows, man, IROC, you won't be able to call me cheap anymore, man. We might throw a little money to TJ Slate if he's worth it, right? Now you're going to see you're already backing it. I might be. I'm cheap, man. What can I say? What can I say? Let's see. Ron Sample, Clayton got chalk talk all over his face. I got something on my face, man. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. We will be back, like I said, tomorrow morning. There's probably an inside joke there I didn't get. I see Eric Sutherland laughing. Probably was. You guys making fun of me, and I'm just dumb redneck, too smart to, or too dumb, I should say, to figure it out. But anyway, we'll see y'all in the morning. Thank y'all so much for your time. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. And go Pack.
Thanks for watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Green Bay Packers content. Created for the fans by the fans. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know whenever we go live. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Packers_access. Go Pack Go. Have a great day.